back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and...
Good evening, everyone. We're reading Robert Greene's The Daily Laws. Today is January the 2nd, and the title is Reconnect with Your Childhood Obsession. When Marie Curie, the future discoverer of radium, was 4 years old, she wandered into her father's study and stood transfixed before a glass case that contained all kinds of laboratory instruments for chemistry and physics experiments. She would return to that room again and again to stare at the instruments, imagining all sorts of experiments she could conduct with these tubes and measuring devices. Years later, when she entered a real laboratory for the first time and did some experiments herself, she reconnected immediately with her childhood obsession. She knew she had found her vocation. Daily Law, you were obsessed with it as a child for a reason. Reconnect with it. Mastery 1. Discover your calling, your life's task. So somewhere in our childhood memories, we had something that we really loved, that made us happy, that was our passion, and therein lies our path of what could be potentially your calling. So go back to that childhood love of whatever it was. Mine was probably books. And I've always loved books, and I was a reader back then. I could memorize a book and pretend like I was reading it before I ever knew how to read. I've always been a writer. That was probably somewhere in there is somewhere of my passion. But y'all have a good night and join me tomorrow and we'll do it again.